Jared Polin, FroKnowsPhoto.com, and I'm here with another AdoramaPIX Rapid Fire Critique, where I take 10 of your photos that you submit in a photo story, or just 10 images that you want me to look at, and I give my feedback, my honest opinion, and try to help as many people out with some ideas and thoughts for how to take composition, editing to the next level. If you would like to submit your images to the AdoramaPIX Rapid Fire Critique, please click Submit Photos on FroKnowsPhoto.com, then click on the Rapid Fire section right here, fill in all the required information, and I will be sent an email, and I will go through your photos and hopefully pick yours to do an AdoramaPIX Rapid Fire Critique. So this week we've got Sasha Bolton, who submitted his photo set, and he is shooting with a Canon EOS 500D. I'm not sure which camera that is. I believe it's a T2i or something around those lines. So first image first, taken with the 18-50-5 AFS lens, or whatever they call it, EFS lens. Yeah, it just looks, it's a little too, it's tried, basically recovery was done too much. I know I looked at the exposure here and it kind of was weird. It says that says 2500th of a second at f16, ISO 100. So I think what happened here in the image is that it was like overexposed or something, and they tried bringing it back, and there's a lot of, it's just too harsh. The tones are too far. It just, you can see the simple flash popped off in the eye. What could I do to make this better? Well, up the exposure to make it brighter. Pull back less on that clarity slider. That clarity slider is taking this image and just ripping it apart and just making it a little more difficult. I think a black and white could save this. High contrast can always save, 90% of the images out there. So I'd like to see what this would look like black and white. This is a great shot. This looks like Emma Watson to me. It looks like Emma Watson from Harry Potter. I'm a big fan of Emma Watson. Thumbs up, Emma Watson. Nice shot up top. We got these two kids making out. I guess they're kids, adults, whatever. I like the split tone. I like it. I like the composition. It's basically the head's cut here, the head's cut here. Nice job. We'll move on to the next one. Okay, here we go again with a really, really far done, over-processed image. Let's take a look. I want to see where it was taken. F2, 1/60th of a second, 50 millimeter, 400 ISO with a very strong light, probably a flash going off. Okay, what's going on here is it's too harsh. Yeah, you can see the flash right here in the eye. It's the processing. It's not very flattering. Now, to compensate for that, you can pull back on the clarity. You can pull back on, you can paint some of the face with the touch-up buttons or the touch-up tools. But I think it's too harsh. It's too far on the, you can just see it right here. It's just way too harsh. The flash is way too strong. Get a diffuser on that. Even if you use tissue paper or tissues or a paper bag, or sorry, a plastic bag or something that you can cut down on the harshness of the light, I think you would take these images and it would be a little better. But also on the processing, don't go so heavy-handed with some of those hard, thicker processing. So this is a little better. I can see that, again, it was processed a little hard on the bird because you can see the separation from the background. I like the colors a lot. The colors of the background are really what's drawing me into this image. I like the bird bath. I like the way the bird's sitting here. One little note, try not to cut off the tail. Little things like that will make your image a great one versus having go, well, it just missed by a little bit. Now, this one just missed by a little bit, but I do like the colors going on here, and just the cutting off of the tail is the only thing that I see wrong with it. Nice job on that image. So the forks coming together, I like the angle. I like the tones that are going on here. I like the slats going on back here in terms of light, because that's kind of the feel of what we're getting from these forks to begin with. The split tone is good. I like that the focus is right there on the middle fork. Nice job where they come together. I like this shot. There you go. So we got the sailboat. We got a little bit of that harshness going on again in terms of the processing. In this one, I would like to see a little bit wider shot, to see more of this boat that's going on. You don't see enough of the water in my mind. I think that if it was wider, just showed a little bit more of the boat, it would be stronger. It's very close, but if you pulled back just a little bit, I think it would take the image to the next level. This is a nicer shot because we're filling the frame with what's going on. It's difficult to shoot these night shots and expose properly. You did a dusk shot. It's exposed very well. I don't know where this is, but it's probably protecting some island. Castillo Night. I don't know where that's at, but it's a nice shot. Try a black and white. I'd be interested to see what was going on. And also, in terms of interest, it's not the most interesting shot because I don't have context for the whole castle. If it was pulled back further, a wider shot, then I'd be interested to see what else is going on in the scene. Because right here, it's just like, hey, it's a picture of a building in the middle of somewhere. I don't know where it's at because it doesn't have as much detail in terms of the whole environment. So, I'm not ripping it to shreds. I'm just giving some feedback. You're very close. You're doing some good jobs here with the compositions and the exposures. Just think that pulling it back a little bit more, showing more of the scene will help you take the image to the next level. There you go. This is it. I like the processing. I like the split tone. And this is showing when you take it back a little further where you can see more of the scene and there's more interest. Everything from the rocks here to the rocks all the way in the background and the shoreline. This is a much better image. This is what I'm talking about by getting wider. You're showing more of the scene, which is creating more interest, not just, hey, it's a building sitting right in the middle of the shot. So really nice job on this one. I like that. Moving on here, again, here we go. We've got a longer exposure to get the wispiness of the waves. I like the colors. I like the tones that are going on here. In terms of composition, I like that it's wider, but being that the rock is right in the middle, I think if we shifted sides, maybe just had the waves breaking over the rock with this rock right here off to the side, I think it would be better. But being that it's right in the middle, compositionally, it's hurting me a little bit. But I like the tones. I like that the waves are crashing and blowing away and becoming misty. I like that. It's just, I'd like to see the composition change slightly, but it's really good other than that. Moving on to the last one. So we got a long exposure here. I love the star, the trail of the plane in the background. I like these stars. Wow, it's the Milky Way right there. That's really cool. That's really cool too. The one thing that throws me off here, and it's not your fault. Oh, cool. Look at this Orion's belt. I think that's Orion. All this light over here is polluting your image. If it was more subdued, now you don't have control over that, but you do have control over the location you shoot at. If you were on this jetty possibly, maybe if you could get out there and you didn't have all this light pollution over here, the image would be stronger in terms of the sky. I love the way the sky looks over here, and I love the way that the stars are showing. It's just that this is polluting the image for me too much. But other than that, this is a very good image. I like where you were going with this. So as we've gone forward in this set, I think the images have gotten stronger and stronger. And the composition, you're pulling back. I like to see that. So I like the direction you're going. So keep up the good work. Keep shooting. And just remember that, if you're in an interesting environment, if you just take a tight picture of a model underneath the Eiffel Tower and you don't even know that the Eiffel Tower is there, I use that reference a lot, then what's the point of shooting them in Paris unless you really live in Paris? But shoot a wide shot and show the whole scene, show the environment that you're in. It's going to create more interest in the shot and give you more of a definition about where you're at. So it's going to tell more of a story with your image. So that, I thank you for submitting your files to the AdoramaPIX Rapid Fire Critique. If you guys would like to submit your images, go ahead, click Submit Photos on FroKnowsPhoto.com. Submit your photos right here for the Rapid Fire Critique. And maybe I will pick your photos to go ahead and critique the next time. So really nice job here. I think it got stronger as you moved on, and I think there's some good tips in here for everybody to help take the images to the next level. So there you have it. Jared Polin, FroKnowsPhoto.com. See ya.